Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Once again, code for the accounting. Accountant center is over. After the accountant center, the next one is chart of account. Already we have discussed this one. The next one is fixed asset item list. Fixed asset item list just show the list of fixed asset. And also you can create the new fixed asset here. Click on this one. It shows that how many fixed assets are already created. 3 fixed assets are created. If you want to create the new one, just right click, say new. So you can create a new fixed asset, just give a name. For example, let us say, for example, we have purchased the list of tables. So table is also a fixed asset, right? And of course, it does belong to which account? It belong to which asset account? It does belong to depreciable assets. Then you can provide purchase information as well as you can provide sales information. Under purchase information, whether it's a new item or whether it is used one. No, for example, it is a new one, right? And also, of course, it is manufactured, for example, by Turkey, for example, right? Turkey, for example. So then on which date you have purchased, you can provide the purchase date and how much you purchased. For example, I purchased, for example, for 3,000. And from which vendor you purchased, you can provide that one as well. Regarding the sales information, do not provide it now, but later on when you sold this asset, then you can provide the information. Why? Because we purchased it for usage. So we are not trying to sell it. So just consider this one as we can say as fixed asset. It's a fixed asset. So make this one as antique and just keep it antique until you sell it. When you sold it, then of course take it and provide information which did you sold, how much you sold, and so on. Just keep it like this. Then asset information, asset description, then location of the asset, purchase order number, and so on. So it's several other information regarding fixed asset should be provided. Then save this one. So one more, fixed asset is included by the name of what? Table. So this list is basically for this purpose only. Go once again for the accountant. This was the case. And the next one is, of course, a batch inter-transaction. What is batch inter-transaction? Already we have discussed under the accountant center. So the first one was batch inter-transaction. Through batch inter-transaction, you can enter several invites, several bills, several, we can say, checks at the same time. And the next one is, of course, batch delayed or void transactions. Batch enter transaction and batch delayed. So several transactions can be created upon a time, several checks, several bills, and several invoices. And several of them upon a time can be deleted, can be voided. Click on this one. Right? Now, it depends on you. So transactions type, whether you want to delete invoice or void invoice, whether you want to void and delete checks, or whether you want to delete or void what? Bills, right? And also you make some adjustments regarding these dates as well, right? For example, if you select invoice, then you can select the customers as well. If you select, for example, the bills, so from here you can select the vendors as well, right? Otherwise, you can select all of these. For example, if there are several bills, but you want to cancel the bill which are from a legal, so you can cancel those bills. Or you want to cancel, for example, the bills which are from Ahmad Sadiq, you can cancel or void those bills. Or opposite of this, you want to cancel or void the invoices, but there are several invoices. You're confused. But you want to cancel the invoices which are belong to Abdul Latif. You can check those invoices. How many of them are belong to Abdul Latif? You can void or delete that one, right? Or how many of them are, for example, belong to Atana? You can void or delete those invoices. So this is a way of filtering that you can do it. And also, you can, for example, filter it by date, from this date to this date. Show only those invoices for sure from this date to this date, right? So this is the way that you can do it. Let us say, for example, we want to delete the invoices which are belong to Abdul Latif. For example, we want to delete this invoice, or this invoice. Then you want to review and void, or you want to review and delete. First of all, we want to review and void. So for example, this invoice are selected to be voided. Then it depends on you whether you want void only or whether you want to backup and void. If you're not sure whether to we can say void this one or not, so for the time being, first of all, you have to take a backup as a safety purpose. And otherwise, if you're sure that this one should be void, then directly void it. So in our case, let us directly void it, right? So there is a message that voiding the transactions. How many transactions are voided? This much transactions are voided. If you want to see the summary, click on this one. So this is the summary. Otherwise, you can directly close it, right? So this was the purpose of void, batch, delete, or void the transactions. So once again, I'm going to go, for example, for the invoices, but this time not for the invoice. This time, let's go for the bills. So let us say, for example, we want to void the bill of Aligol. How many bill we have from Aligol? We have this much bill, for example, from Aligol. With this time, we don't want to void it, but this time we want to delete it. Click on review and delete. Again, do you want to back up and delete, or you just want to delete it? No, we want to delete only. So delete the transaction. So deleting the transactions. How many? 5 bills are deleted. How much was the total? Total is also clearly mentioned there, right? Deleted. So this was the purpose of batch, delete, or void the transaction. So the same thing can be done in the case of checks. How many checks you want to delete? This check, this check, this check, this check, this check, and this check. Should be deleted or should be voided? Should be deleted. Deleted. Backup and delete? No, only back. Only delete. So you can delete. So this is the way that how can you see? If you don't want to see the summary, just close it, right? So this was the purpose of the batch, delete, and void the